Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Star Flames, and we're back with another banging video. In this video guys, we're gonna talk about Wendy Williams dragging her deadbeat ex-husband Kevin Hunter, of course, honey, because what had happened was Kevin decided that he was gonna file a lawsuit against the category that Wendy Williams is in. So he filed a lawsuit to the tune of $250 million. And he's claiming that Sabrina Marissi and the coterie, they have taken Wendy's freedom away. They're holding her hostage. She doesn't have access to cell phone, and he wants her out of there, and they need to give him $250 million because what they've been doing to his ex-wife is just completely wrong and completely out of line. Honey, Wendy is not having it, honey, and Wendy is calling him everything besides the child of God. Let's talk about it. I'm here for it. I love me so sassy Wendy. I can't wait for her to get out of jail because that's literally jail that she's in, you know. I can't wait for her to get out and just drag everyone who needs to be dragged and just give us some more tea, honey, because in case you have missed that Sloan Bella, honey, Sloan Bella's video, you must be living either in a cave or under a rock. Sloan Bella detailed how they poisoned this woman, including Kevin Hunter. Allegedly, they dangled a carrot, you know, when they say dangled a carrot in front of him, and he sold his wife out into the prison system that she's in because Wendy had apparently stepped on a few coins, honey, and Sloan is saying Wendy's no gossiper, she's a truth teller, and a few people are butthurt by the truth that she had been spilling, and as such, they decided to punish her and make her pay. However, Wendy is gonna get out of that conservatorship that she's in. Sloan Bella also said they are robbing her money. The invoices that were posted online from the, Wendy Watcher group that is helping putting out the truth out there, fighting for her freedom, that is one way they have been taking the money for her. Do you guys remember those invoices that I shared with you? Like $30,000 per one doctor visit. And she'll have these visits like 7 days apart, 8 days apart, 5 days apart. And then Sabrina Marissi would give Wendy Williams a debit card, tell her it's preloaded, and when Wendy goes to visit her dad, $0. $0 freaking dollars, right? So when Kevin filed a lawsuit, I knew he was a money grabber and he's all about the money. But I'm like, you know what? Anything can be helpful at this point because I believe that these people need to be disciplined and they need to be punished for all the evil that they've done to Wendy. But Sloan said Kevin is a part of the evil, but now here he is filing a lawsuit wanting to be paid for the role that he played in the Eva trap against Wendy. And Wendy is speaking with TMZ. She's like, hell, not having it, honey. Wendy is not having it. And guess who's not having it either? Joetacopina. When I tell you, the moment that I heard that Joe got his hands on this case, I already declared Wendy a free woman. I didn't need Sloan Bella to tell me, but like hell, I thank her for the confirmation. But we know that one thing about ASAP Joe, he knows how to get the job done, honey. So I can't wait for Joe to put that nasty judge in her place who told Wendy, your career is over, suck it up and your family is good. I can't wait for Joe to end all of them. However, Wendy spoke with Harvey. Do you guys remember TMZ did an entire documentary on Free Wendy? Yes, so Wendy spoke with TMZ this morning. Joe also joined in on the chat. I'm going to give you guys a little something from that clip, and then I'll get back with the rest of my commentary.
Did you know your ex-husband, Kevin Hunter, was filing this lawsuit claiming to represent you?
I had no idea.
And
nor do I want him to be a part of my life like that. No.
why?
Because I'm divorced forever.
And so this lawsuit that he's filing for $260 million.
Well, you know, he's a money grubber. He's always been that way. Look, I don't want to say too much, you know what I'm saying? But it's good to know that he's doing such evil things. Again, he won't win.
Let me be very, I want to analyze this in a very legal way. That's what I think. The guy has no standing, okay? This thing should be dismissed with sanctions, honestly. I don't know what this lawyer was thinking, but he has no standing to file this lawsuit. It's a self-serving lawsuit, clearly. And more importantly, Wendy Williams doesn't need her ex-husband, who was not a very good husband, to file a lawsuit on her behalf. If and when Wendy Williams is going to file a lawsuit to outside of the guardianship proceeding, to get out of the guardianship, we will file a lawsuit. I will file a lawsuit. We don't need her ex-husband's lawyer to file a lawsuit. That has no legal standing whatsoever. So, you know, thanks, but no thanks.
Yeah, he definitely is out of line, but I mean, go ahead, file the lawsuit, bring more attention to the case. And what I'm looking at is that he filed a federal lawsuit, not a civil one, a federal. So when he did the federal lawsuit, it's a form of intimidation strategy. You better give me this money or else you're going to be investigated. You could be investigated, you know. So he is being very, very nasty. And as I've said initially, he doesn't care about her, because if this even gets Wendy out of the conservatorship, he would only want to use her again, even though, as I've said before, initially it looked as though when they were married, things were under control. Looked as though, right? So remember the operative word, looked as though, okay? But Wendy Williams is clearly not having it. She's saying that, you know, he has always been a money grubber, still a money grubber, and he hasn't changed. And joetacopina is not having it with Kevin Hunter filing this lawsuit either. They don't want him to be involved in any part of it, and he's seeking compensatory damages. That's the part that's laughable. You know, who should be seeking compensatory damages? Wendy should be seeking compensatory damages from this evil bastard, because after everything he did to that woman, he dragged this woman through court for years for money, and when it wasn't working out in his favor, he came back again and said, well, she fabricated the figures because she doesn't want to pay me. I should get some more money in the divorce settlement because she has more money than what she's telling me that she has. Because her friend a couple of years ago told me that she basically said Wendy has more money. Now, Wendy's friend did detail that there was more money and she wanted her money to be managed properly. But the thing is, they are playing with Wendy's money because the aim is to steal all of it. And they have done that for the most part. Remember that Wendy had to start a GoFundMe to get some money, and no one was willing to donate to her until Tasha K, you know, and to use her platform to do it. If Wendy was on, you know, air and she was, you know, unleashing celebrity mess and celebrity gossip, they would have given it to her. If she was out in the public twerking and being messy, they would have given it to her. If she was a white woman, she would be a damsel in distress and they would have given it to her. But if they see a black woman in need, they're going to find every excuse not to give it to her. But Tasha K being messy and coming with all the stuff, and, you know, with Tasha K having the supporters that she has, they're gonna rally their efforts behind Tasha K. So Tasha K supporters, they came through and they assisted Wendy with raising the necessary funds she needed for her legal fees. So Wendy has Joe Tongapina. Joe is going to take care of this. Wendy is saying that he's not going to win. And it's true. It is definitely true. He's not going to win. And now that she is saying that I have no part in this, I don't want him in my life. And her attorney is saying, you know, we're going to sue them. So what Kevin is doing here, he's jumping the gun because yes, he realizes that the Kateri, they have abused Wendy Williams, and Wendy is in fact entitled to compensatory damages. But Kevin Hunter did not play any role in Wendy's life during her fight to get out of this. And this is how you can tell that this man is a good for nothing money grubber, as Wendy called him, because when she was fighting to get that legal fee, raising that GoFundMe, even though he didn't have it, this man just refuses to work. Oh my God. And the thing is, he credits himself so much for Wendy's career. And if you're so good, at pushing Wendy's career, why didn't he give Sharina such a career? Why can't he give himself such a career? If you're so good, come to YouTube and prove your ass to the people. Why not? But anywho, I guess he's just lazy and just wants the money to come his way without any work whatsoever. Do you know how some people expect to be rewarded and not work? That's Kevin Hunter, evidently. But Wendy's not having it. And like hell, Joe is not having it either. And they're saying, Kevin, it's time to get a job, honey. It's time to get a job. It's over. It's completely over for you, honey. Get a job. But anywho, guys, that's all I have to share in this video with you all. Let me know what's your take. And while you're at it, do all you need to do on this video to support your girl. Peace.